Alright, y'all, the time is here. I've got the final assembly for the trike. This is all the parts I need to get it to run and move under its own power. Well, hopefully. I just bought all this stuff at Ace. I'll get closer. I'll get you a closer look in here once I weld it all together. Well, you know what? I'll just show you now. Here, first off, I've got to put this on as a spacer because right here's the actual bearing, and I shouldn't weld onto that because A, it'll start a grease fire, and B, it'll be impossible to take this thing apart if I ever have to. So I'm putting this little sleeve around it. I'm gonna weld that on, and then I'm gonna weld that onto this. Or, well, it'll be like that. And then I'll get it all centered up, and yep. And this will make sure that the axle is true, or so it doesn't wibble wobble. And since this hole right here is a 1/2 inch and this one's 5/8, I've got a 1/2 inch to a 5/8 adapter, I guess you could say, or converter. See, in here it wobbles around like that, but when you put this bushing on, there's no play in between these two. And then you just get it and see it doesn't wobble around. And I've got 2 of those for each side of the bearing. And that's the main setup. And then I'm gonna put a washer and a nut, so the nut can't tighten itself into there where I can't get it. So got a washer and a nut, and yep, that's the whole assembly for the wheel. And then these bolts right here will be welded onto the side of the axle. Yeah, I've got one for this side, got one for the other side. Now take note that this is actually a right side bolt and this is a left side bolt. So just keep that in mind. And so yeah, let's go ahead and start putting this thing together. Alright, y'all, so I've welded that piece of tube on here. And I didn't film it because it took me a long time, because with galvanized steel it releases a pretty dangerous gas when you weld on it. So and also I had to cool off the tire every once in a while so the rubber wouldn't melt through, as I experienced with this one. So yeah, now I gotta weld the sprocket on it, and we'll be good to go. Alright, now it's time to weld the bolt onto the spindle right here. Gotta make sure that thing is straight as can be. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, I'll finish up the spindle. It's not pretty, but it's hot, that's for sure. Just burned right through my gloves. Yep, I reckon we put the wheel assembly on there and see how it holds. Hope it holds well. But I think it should. Alright, so I went ahead and installed the wheel. That's pretty awesome. Then spacer and Yep. Gotta figure out what that buzzing sound is. I think I need to grind those down even more, just pissing me off, but yeah. And also, as I was welding, I locked up the ratcheting system, so it's all one piece now. Yeah, and also I figured that I only need to buy a 1/2 inch bolt because I only have to make an adapter for this one. The other one, you go buy another 5/8 bolt and give them back the other one. So yeah. Alright, here's how she stands now. Still gotta weld the other bolt on. And yep, there's the wheel. And then it's a little bit of how it's gonna look. And none to anyone's surprise, the chain is way too long. I'll show you here. Alright, so I've got that much extra chain, and I certainly can't cut it. So I think I'm just gonna weld a bolt, put like a spacer or something on it so it's got something to spin, and I'll just put the chain on there like that, because that's way too much slack. Look at that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and test that out and see how it does. Hey guys, just want to show you what I did here. So this is the idler pulley I made. It's just a welded on bolt into right there, right into one of the engine bolts for the what as its previous list as a weed whacker. So yeah, the chain's gonna go from here to under here, then down to the sprocket. So this should take up about 5 inches of slack. Alright, so here's my final setup for the chain. As you can see, there's a lot more tension. I just put in that extra idler pulley. Also, it's nice because it helps line up the chain a little better. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of tension. Certainly enough to keep the chain from falling off or skipping over the sprocket. So I reckon next time I'll weld the motor on, put on the other wheel, and give it a test ride, which I can't wait for, and I'm sure y'all are hopefully a little excited too. Cosmo, don't eat rocks. Stupid boy. Boy, quit it. Alright. So, yeah, that's all I got for y'all right now. And also, I think I'm going to paint all the motor stuff because brown's kind of ugly. So, yeah, I'll see y'all next time.